Good morning. Wanted to share some of my crazy thoughts. I hope everybody's keeping well. Yesterday I was talking to someone, can't remember exactly what we were saying, but eventually I said something like, people are not heroes. People, for the most part, are not saviors or saints. People will end up doing very bad things, sometimes out of ignorance, sometimes out of stupidity, and most of the times out of pure evil. They know exactly what they're doing, but they still do it. It's a free will, you can do whatever you want. And that's like 99%, There's a small percentage that actually seeks the opposite. They seek to better themselves. They seek to step into the light, but so to speak. But to do that, you're going to have to private yourself from the pleasures of the world. And most people are not willing to do that, you know, to live a humble and honorable life. Nah, there's just too much, seduction out there. For instance, this eternal seek for an utopia or the seek for happiness will indirectly cause lots and lots of trouble. So we were talking, and I said something like that, but a lot more shorter, of course. And I said, there's probably not a time in history, the history of mankind, in the history of a nation, in the history of a village, in which something horrible happened and everybody went with it, because at that time it seemed okay. And nobody is, free from this. I'm not saying everybody's guilty. I'm saying it's very easy. And often it's a slippery slope, you know. It's often a slippery slope, and really bad things happen. People just sometimes don't want to compromise. They worked so hard for, achieving something, and then they just not trying to let it go. So there's always grifters. There's always, pathological individuals. There's always so many things that enter into the equation that call it, I don't know, instinct to survival or whatnot. It was the decision that they made with the things they had available to them. We might not understand them in the future. Absolutely not. We will not understand them. Right? So I wouldn't judge, right? I wouldn't judge. I could keep them in mind to identify the patterns and to see if they are or may repeat or are repeating, you know. But that's just, a conspiracy theorist, right? Recognizing patterns. And I think a lot could be achieved, attained if, we were to study humans, how humans function exactly. But anyway, I don't think people like to look in the mirror. You know, they have this image of themselves and they don't care. And they'll do whatever because they are in love with this world. They are in love with everything they has to offer. They're like, I just want my life to move on. Okay. They don't address the shadow or they don't address, those things. So I would be very careful, especially with people who claim they are victims. people who are always virtual signaling and, crying wolf and everything. Those are the worst. You have to be very careful because humans, for the most part, are not good. Out of ignorance, out of stupidity, or out of pure evil, humans always end up doing bad things. Nobody is a saint, nobody is infallible. No, like I said, there's only few that try to better themselves, but that includes tons and tons of sacrifice, which most people are not willing to do. Anyway, I was thinking about something else. It was about the pagan gods. I don't know, it kind of escapes me now. The importance of paganism and not focusing everything in one savior. That's a big mistake. There are no saviors. That's avoiding accountability, I would say. Oh, there's actually people who think that they are going to, pass away, and then they stay in that place in which they passed away, and they are waiting for a savior to bring them whatever. I think there's a religion out there that thinks that they are literally sitting on a cemetery like a ghost, waiting for the savior to come and get them. There's people who think that. There are no saviors. You have to improve. You have to self improve. You have to have the will to improve. Ultimately, I think that's what this place could be, for us to improve, to better ourselves. I'm not a big believer in karma, but I suppose those who don't improve themselves, they might return, like in a cycle, return over and over again. I don't think it's punishment. I'm not, in the binary. I'm not in the polarization of this or that. No, I think everybody is here to do what are they going to do, and eventually, after countless, transmigrations, countless reincarnations, they might get the will to improve themselves, to want to improve themselves. I don't know. But then again, the pagan gods are very important in this aspect. Instead of one single god, this savior, everything has to pass from this savior, because this savior created everything anyway, so he has absolute power over you. And no, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you want to scare people, that would make sense, right? If you want to scare people, there's a tyrant and he's in the clouds, he's watching you, and he has a list. And if you don't follow that list, he's gonna punish you. He has absolute power over you. No, that's tyranny. And if you want, again, these ideas actually become popular. These ideas become popular, and because they kind of reunify the population under fear, they regroup the group. They regroup people under a dogma. Because ultimately, when you seek to improve yourself, you actually lose friends, right? You no longer, follow what the group tells you to do. Often what is popular is not true. What is popular is you know decadent and not fit for our development. What is popular is what is the word I was looking for? Can't remember right now. Okay, so when you seek to elevate the individual is absolutely not popular at all. In fact, people will make fun of you. Someone who actually, wants to improve himself, people will mock you. They will throw stones at you. Anyway, yeah, what's popular is obscene. What's popular is, oh, I can't remember. There was this word. It's a religious word, that we give to something bad that is popular. Anyway, oh well, I've been talking for 12 minutes already. I think I'm gonna shut up now. Yeah.